Welcome back everyone, and it's knockoff time on Optimus Wilbur Reviews. Before I go anywhere, thank you to NinjaBill1000, who is the latest Patreon on the channel. As you can see, his name is in the credits, and he gets the little privileges I like to try and do for the channel. If you want to become a patron, as little as $2, the description box, and there's a link there, I'll take you to it. Also, as per usual, sub to Danny Dolphin. Anyhow, so oh Danny, I've got to always got to give your normal shout out. So the Apc Green Blader, if I'm getting it right. Now this is of course a knockoff version of I think it's the first edition Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime, and I know a few people it's got the standard Prime colour variant. I wanted the Nemesis Prime variant. I think it just looked nicer, and you can't go wrong having an extra Nemesis Prime. But, well, this set kind of just excelled was the amount of stuff you get with it. It's not a shabby set, let's just put it that way. There's knockoff sets I've got, even third party. Some are a bit iffy. This is fantastic, the amount of stuff you get. So let's look over it. Of course, you get the bot. They do give you decals, but I've used Toy Hacks ones because the decals, I just wasn't too sure on them. You get a little figure of Jack, a spare helmet, and of course if I bring it in, the actual sculpt is fantastic. Bring this in and sharpen up. That's a fantastic sculpt. So I've not swapped it over yet. The way it looks like it clips on, it looks like you've got to unscrew at the back here. It will release the panel and slide on, similar to the Siege Starscream and that, etc. And I just dropped a panel, not a panel, but a part you put in, and basically that can hold the main sword, like so. If you want to place that on his back, and that's what we'll do with that one. Of course, two blades, just like the first edition, and the guns, which have actually their own little detail as well. So look at this, and then you get the box. Guys, it was roughly £30 off eBay. That is a bargain for something like this. I mean, when you take in consideration £10 more and you can have a Duff Huffer, yeah, it's going to win. And away you go, Huffer. You keep showing up. So, overall, what is he like? So let's get the parts out the way. Transformation, it's not annoying, but it can be. Because of the way the bot sits in truck mode, the legs come up here. And if you try to flatten everything down, so like if I do that, so it's all level, gently over time, the tabs here come a little bit loose, but they're quite easy to put back down. But it rolls perfect. If you're going to use a proper size comparison, let's bring in Inferno. I've never really showed him on the channel. That gives you a rough idea. It's really good size. A really good size. Transformers Prime, I know it's a lot of people's kind of... That's like their introduction in the first generation of like animated Transformer shows out with the movie. And Transformers Prime was a great show. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I did collect a lot of the bots. I actually have a few. I think they're still out in display. Yeah, they are still out in display, and I've done a few on the channel, like sort of the bot. I think it was the Comic-Con Optimus Prime, the Weaponizer Optimus Prime. Of course, there was one everybody wanted me to do, especially Flo, was it's a Takara Tomy first edition Optimus Prime. Basically, that's what that bot's like. It's that bot, except it's obviously Nemesis Prime colours. So, this one, I don't know if it will be opened. It'll probably stay shut. But I know, like I said, there's a few people that have the Optimus Prime variant, and it looks great. The Nemesis just looks a little bit better for me. So, the transformation, it can be a bit tricky because, like I said, everything is housed up here. So if you're pulling everything back there, there's the legs, and they just clip back in. and you just bring that forward. Where it starts getting tricky is here. The actual cab can be a bit annoying, and the instructions, I will be honest, were great. It's a sheet of paper. I ain't kidding when I tell you that. It's not like turn it over, there's the rest. It's just like there's 8 steps. But it's getting them to put in place. And it took me a couple of tries, and where it was underneath. Under here, where everything's hidden. It's just getting those 2 parts to line up there. As soon as they've lined up, everything falls in place. It's just annoying. But that is a small fault I can give this. The build is great. It is better than some first party. I've got to admit, over the last while, this is a lot better than some first party bots I've actually owned. Even the plastic feels tougher. I'm blown away with it. So I'm going to get them transformed. I'm not going to do it on camera because I want to make sure it's done right. Especially, I've only done it once. Okay, so I'm going to get them transformed and we'll look over the bot. We'll get the accessories on him and we'll see what he's like. And here it is transformed. Like I said, the transformation can be a bit tricky, and the reason I didn't show it was because I wanted to make sure I got spot on. It is relatively simple because the way everything does kind of transform. You basically see where it breaks down, where everything hiding in the back, and that's just mostly the front of the cab. So it's like the cab comes into itself, and it's really simple. It is really simple how the instructions explain it. I've added the Decepticon logos up there. I just think it finishes the bot off. Colour wise, I was kind of wishing it was a bit more cyan, but I'll take that metallic green. I actually think it looks pretty smart on the bot. The red finishes it off, and overall I'm happy with it. Like I said, when you compare it to that one, that's basically what it's going for. It's going for that look, and there's the knockoff version to that. I have not opened that yet, like you can see, but for what I can see in the actual bot, they've done a fantastic job copying the figure. It is incredible for the price. I mean, that I'm not going to say how much I got it for, but for just over £30 just over. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Then, like I said, I showed you accessories. The accessories are spot on. So let's take a closer look at this Prime. So let's turn this off, get them off, turn off my whole turntable. Right, so let's just get them all posing. We'll zoom in. Head sculpt is spot on. Absolutely spot on, and it's got the paneling through the back to let light in, just slightly, but the head looks great. I think that looks fantastic, and if we put the other one next to it, if I can just get to sit right, it gives you a rough idea. I'm keeping the faceplate one on. I prefer that one, but it genuinely does look great. And then we're going through the rest of the detail. The sculpt is fantastic. Only issue is the way the legs come in and transform. You've got to get that angle just right. As soon as you get that angle just right, they sit perfect. But they sometimes like to close on each other. But it's not like, oh no, it's going to fall over constantly. It just, you can see it just standing a little bit off. Then you just fix it and that's it. Chest looks great for the amount of detail it's in it. Turn them round and that's where you see everything hidden. So it's basically the paneling just comes up, hides everything, and you bring up the arms. That's it. So bring in Jack figure again, and that gives you a rough height. It's a great height, absolutely fantastic height. If you were going to compare them size wise to a recent bot, let's bring in Water Cybertron Soundwave. Gives you a rough idea, just slightly bigger. And now let's get the accessories on. Okay, so the big sword, let's talk about that. This looks great. It doesn't feel cheap, but when you go to put it on, see, I'd like to have it like that, okay? But the way it likes to go on and sit is a different story. So it can come out, and I actually forgot that, but this would make it easier for going in. There, quick edit. You didn't see me. It can be a bit tricky because of the way the hand is. You can see the way the hand's coming over. You have to try and just slide it in just right, and then it sits perfect. Fantastic. It looks great. I think, if I remember, I'm trying to see if the first edition has one. I thought it did. No, it didn't. So the blue one I'm remembering of is, of course, the other knockoff. So to get that sitting on him, what we'll do, zoom back, and you get the panel. Just open up in here, and that'll just slide in there. Close everything up, and it'll just sit nicely. Now we can bring the sword. Let's put a twist on it. Say we'll put it to there. And there you go. That's fantastic. It really is. That looks great. I might actually bring the sword down just a fraction. If I can. Just there. And housing it looks great. So, moving on next, let's bring in one of the blasters. They fit great. Just hold the hand down. There you go. You've got one of the blasters, and to finish off, let's bring in one of the blades, because everything's double, so I don't want to just go, right here, this is that. I'll probably do the pictures like that though, I'll do the pictures different. But there's one of the blades, and that looks incredible. The only thing, I'm not too sure with the blades, I'm trying to think, would they go the other way? Because, let's be honest, that's the way I would see the blades, but then you've got this sticking up. So I'll keep them like that for a second. Fully posable, arms are great. Because of the way his transformation is, it goes all the way around. That, what I've just done, is how they hook on. Bendable knees, waist, turns as well. Because of the transformation, it's just down here. Put a little turn in it. Make him do that. Moving the camera back and focusing back up, there you go. There gives you the rough idea of what this knockoff Prime looks like, and it looks great. This is a fantastic set if you never got the first edition Prime, and if you're a massive fan of Transformers Prime, which I know a lot of people is. A lot of people really love that series. This is a great set. Totally recommend it on eBay. If you can pick it up, Apc Green Blader, totally worth it. If you can get the normal colours, it's just as good. I've not heard any bad words about it. I know, like I said, people had the normal coloured Prime originally, and it just looked fantastic. This was one I couldn't wait to show off to you guys, and I'm happy I did. And now I've got time, I can go through other things. So, that's that, guys. Totally worth it. Just a quick, nice video today, and if you want to have your name in the credits of these videos and get them 24 hours early, there's going to be more stuff coming to the Patreon. Check out the link below. Up next, I think it's time. People. We've got to bring in Studio Series Cup. He's waited a while. He has waited a while, to be fair. So, until next time, Transformer fans, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Optimus Wilbur video. Thank you for everyone to tune in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur Reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band, it does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.